Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Farihin binti Majidin.
My name is Noamira binti Ibrahim.
Okay, so the title of our research is the politics of haze in Malaysia, Thailand as well as Indonesia. So haze is one of the process that can cause air pollution that contains the harmful chemical and toxic gases into the atmosphere. So haze is a form of fog that caused by the water, smoke as well as dust that prevent things to see clearly. Nowadays, the issue of haze pollution not only become the problems of a single country, but it also goes beyond the neighborhood country known as the transboundary haze pollution. So this situation largely caused by the burning of forest land farming that located in the Sumatra, Indonesia. Okay, next I will proceed with the problem statement. So the issue of haze pollution tend to be flare up in a very dry season, which can increase the air pollution index (API) of the country that affected due to the increase in the amount of carbon emission. So as a result, most of the member of Association of Southeast Asian Nation (ASEAN), including Malaysia, has signed the Asian Agreement on the Transboundary Haze Pollution, where it is a legally binding of environmental agreement that has been signed in the year of 2002 to reduce the haze pollution that are occurring in the Asian country.
Okay, so I will proceed to the research question. First, what are the factors that contribute toward the origin of the haze situation in the Southeast Asia? What the political outcome of the haze situation, and what are the political solutions taken by the Malaysia, Thailand and the Indonesia in encountering the haze situation? So I will proceed to the research objective. First, to identify the challenges that can influence the political of the haze in the Southeast Asia. To study the public concern regarding the politics of the haze situation in the Southeast Asia, and to examine the what extent the politics of haze can give impact toward the economy in the Southeast Asia. So we proceed to the theoretical framework. Okay, ASEAN Agreement transboundary haze pollution to combat the haze pollution issue in the Southeast Asia, and the ASEAN Agreement on the Transboundary Haze Pollution (ATHP) approaches as a positive step forward in preventing the haze problem.
Next is methodology. In this section, we will explain the method adopted by the research and provide a detailed explanation of the selected mode of analysis as well as the data collection method. This study falls under the category of applied research, where it seeks to develop theory about why something happened and looks for a causal relationship, as well as examining various social settings. Therefore, this is a qualitative descriptive study. Next, for a research design, the qualitative method was created in the social science to empower as well as analyze about the social and cultural phenomena such as observe the thought, behavior as well as belief of the society. So this research used the interview as a method in collecting data by interviewing from the selected individual that expert in the major, which is Dr. Helena Vaki, which is a senior lecturer of University of Malaysia, UK. Okay, next I will explain about the unit of analysis. So this section refers to the level that is the center of attention of the study. Therefore, the unit of analysis for the study is the individual, which refer to a human being, especially for those who are suffer from the haze pollution, and the other perspective from neighborhood country that have their own profound as well as features and characteristics.
Okay, next I will proceed to the sample size. Sample size obtain the adequate data to sufficient explain the situation or the phenomena of the interest and address the research question. It involves one person that to collect data, which is we choose Dr. Helena Vaki. Okay, sampling technique is to enable the researcher to determine the population characteristic by directly observing the sample, as some population complicated to access. Okay, measurement and the instrument is involved the procedure of the element that explain and focuses more on the relationship between the haze of the politic and the effect of the Southeast Asian, especially in the Malaysia, Thailand and this Indonesia. Okay, so we proceed to the finding and the discussion. In this chapter, it is to discuss more on the issue, solution, response, and so on for the country related, which is the Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand.
Malaysia is one of the countries that are affected with the haze pollution. So the cause of issue of the haze phenomena in Malaysia include many sources. However, the most of the factors that contribute to this issue are from human activities. For example, is land clearing as well as illegal open burning of forests located at Indonesia Sumatra Island in order to clear the land for foreign as well as local palm oil plantation. So this illegal activity happen almost every year as there is insufficient rules set by the Indonesian government itself due to the lack of institutional ability to counter the issue as well as the burning activities. Next, I will explain about the effect. So due to this issue, it somehow can negatively impact the other countries' key sector economically and tourism aspect. Other than that, in 2015, schools in several states in Malaysia need to be closed due to impact of heavy smoke from Indonesia. So due to this issue, growing number of Malaysians suffering from the health problems and increasing in the number of patients in the government hospital can be seen. Next, in terms of the solution, Malaysia prefer more diplomatic method regarding this issue as there is an element of cooperation rather than the harsher form. So, due to this issue, several initiatives have been initiated by the Malaysian government. As Malaysia is one of the developing countries that decided to become the main opponent of the agreement of Asian Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution (AHTP), that focus on planning and strategy networking as well as monitoring the transboundary haze pollution in certain limitation, especially for the Asian country to have a better engagement has been done. Indonesia forest fire known as a major factor that contribute to the haze in the Southeast Asia region. Indonesia, known as the major contributor, has yet to approve the Asian Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution until in October 2015 as they finally acknowledged the agreement after 12 years delaying it. This approach is very crucial to ensure the parties that are involved in clearing by burning the production to be accountable for their action in the future. Next, I will proceed with the issues. So, even there is a law that stated the illegal land clearing fires directly, there are still haze problems occur due to the clear peatland for commercial palm oil plantation. As Indonesia is one of the biggest producer as well as investor in the palm and oil sector, so the amount of land use in Indonesia is very crucial. So the process of this include the release of heavy as well as thick smoke due to the organic material that consists in the peat that contribute to the global climate change. Other than that, human activities which is burnt agriculture technique as well as land clearing that commonly used by the traditional farmer as they think this the way of they burn their agriculture is one of the cheapest as well as easiest way, is one of the issue that related to the haze issue.
Okay, so we proceed to the effect of the haze in Indonesia. Haze contribute to the global climate change as the Indonesia become the third country that has the huge amount of the carbon dioxide on the planet. Okay, it can affect the human health, animal, and so on. The school and the business also need to be closed down due to the haze problem. Okay, so I will proceed to the solution of the haze. The ASEAN Agreement Transboundary Haze Pollution (AATHP) is the only significant way to clear the haze problem. This agreement enact to protect and conserve the environment for the future generation and the human sake as well. Indonesian government have alternative by assessing practice of the soil erosion and the deforestation to fulfill the demand from the both internal and the external of the economy. Okay, so I will proceed to the Thailand. Okay, when the harmful smoke haze across the border, it will affect the neighborhood country like the Thailand, Malaysia and so on. The place that affected from the haze pollution is the Hat Yai Yala. Okay, haze issue, mostly haze is originate from the peat and the forest fire in Indonesia happen due to the land cleaning activity of the local and the foreign commercial oil palm plantation. Okay, the pollution control department, the level in the Hat Yai is the highest of the 9 southern, which is 70 micrograms per cubic meter of the air. Okay, so I will proceed to the haze effect. Okay, the El Nino weather phenomenon also made the fire become worse that can give harmful effect for health, including injuries and the fatality to the human and the animal. It also will lead to the early death. Okay, response from the Thailand, the governor had offered a 5,000 baht reward for those that found the evidence who start the forest fire. Okay, the bilateral collaboration arrangement help to combat the fire or the haze threat. Okay, as the conclusion, the government must play their roles to ensure the haze pollution can be reduced and minimize the negative impact toward the economic, political and the social. So that every individual must protect our world so that our grandchildren will have the healthy earth to live. Okay, we need to remember that we are not own the world, but instead we learn it from our future generation. Thank you.